Hey, it's Lugubrious. I'm going to turn off everything so you don't hear the hum the whole time. I'm going to do it. I'm going to do the thing. I'm going to do the YouTube guy thing. I should have probably walked in off camera and sat down, made it look all natural. Anyway, I'm going to talk about Squiers. These three guitars you're seeing here, and the one I'm holding are all Squiers, and they're parts casters now, but they were all normal Squiers at one point. And what I wanted to talk about is on YouTube, a lot of the guys I really dig and I appreciate, some of them are even friends, they talk about Squiers in a very specific way. And there is a way that I think you might want to think about Squiers that comes from a different angle. I know I'm not making sense yet, but hang in there. So I have had something like 7 or 8 Squiers. I don't know the exact number. And typically, the ones I've had in recent years, I have modded, like this one. This is a different pick guard and things like that, and different neck. And the other two you saw too are also modded. They are not stock. Oh my goodness, am I doing the YouTuber thing? I am interrupting editing with editor blue. Cracking myself up. I just mentioned modding Squiers. If you didn't know, Fender parts do not fit Squier guitars. Pickups do, but not the other parts. So bridges, necks, all the things that you might think of buying a Squier and then upgrading with Fender parts, those things will not fit. So just heads up. The way it is usually presented on YouTube with Squiers is that they are a decent, affordable option. And the way it's presented is something like this, like a guitar player who is a very good guitar player and usually has very good instruments is now holding a Squier, and he's going to play it and see how good it is. But I'm suggesting to you that the comparison or the thought on that Squier for that person who is used to having good instruments is not going to be the same as it is for me. All of my instruments are affordable except for the one family heirloom Gibson I have. I don't play it, but all of the rest of these are imported. I've never had an American-made Strat or Tele or Gibson or anything. All of my guitars, those I have a Strat and a Tele that are made in Mexico. One of them's newer, one of them's older. I have PRS SEs up here, the Indonesian ones, and I have Harley Benton, which are also Indonesian, I think. Maybe one's made in China. And so I have Squiers and what I just told you, and they're all affordable. So the reason I think that makes a difference in the discussion is that for me, I need, if I'm going to play decent sounding music and feel good about what I'm playing, I have to get the best out of the Squier. So it isn't me stepping down from a great guitar and seeing if these are functional and good enough and could do a specific job, and then go back to my great guitars, custom guitars or expensive guitars or American-made guitars with good quality control. That's not what's happening with me. So when I hear the guys who normally play high-quality instruments, expensive instruments, custom instruments, go down and try a Squier as an affordable guitar and then say it's good or, yeah, these are great. This would be a great beginner guitar. Here's what I want to tell you. Not all of them are. It's not true. I've those 7 I've had, and one of those 7 or 8, in fact, my first Strat was a Squier Bullet back in the 80s. I wasn't even really counting that one in this whole deal. I was more thinking of the ones that I've just cycled through more recently. Anyway, the Squiers I've had, a couple of them have been okay. I had a red one that was pretty good, and this one was pretty good out of the gate. It had the neck that it came with on it and decent electronics, but I want to tell you a couple things that not all of them have been very good. I bought a Classic Vibes that I really thought looked beautiful. Man, the hardware felt like, I mean, it was terrible. It was the hardware, it had that slip in it, where you want to tune it and it has like a chunk before it grabs and starts tuning. This one right here, that my brother bought at a yard sale. Now, granted, it was bought at a yard sale. It was used. I had a bad pot in it. I had to fix a pot just to get it working when we got it. The electronics in the black one I was just playing earlier, not the ones that are in it now, but the ones that it came with. I had I think a pickup selector go crazy in it and not work. Anyway, what I'm trying to tell you is not all Squiers are good. Now, I know it's true of everything, but here's what I'm saying here is if a guy is typically playing good guitars and tries a Squier and thinks, man, that's a worthwhile guitar. That's different than a guy who depends and only plays Squiers and they are his main instruments. This is the first guitar I grab a whole bunch of the time. So what I would say is if you're thinking about Squier, now first of all, side note, disclaimer, I will never buy another Fender product, okay? I could explain that to you sometime. You can ask me about it sometime, but I have a personal thing going on with Fender right now. So I wouldn't buy a new Squier. But if you're going to buy a Squier, I would tell you, like most people say, don't buy an instrument without playing it. I would say that is double for a Squier because it really is a crapshoot, whether you're going to get a good quality one or not, whether the electronics work well and all of that. So I would tell you that Squiers can be good, but that doesn't mean they're all good. Now, what I've heard about other guitars, like Squier, the Squier brand guitars, I've heard that all of those are coming, well, not all, but I have yet to hear a negative story on the Squier brand coming home out of the box. I have yet to hear a bad story of an SE guitar. Now, I've heard a couple people say some things they don't like about them, but I'm talking about like you get the guitar and something's broken in it, or it doesn't work, or something's, like the pots are out of whack or something. So every PRS I've ever bought, used or new, has always been a quality instrument. I've never had a quality problem with the PRS, and I've had 5 of them, I think. I've never had a quality problem with a Harley Benton. Now, I've had some adjustment issues, and I can tell you that Harley Benton, like if you get a Les Paul copy, it's not a Les Paul, right? Don't think you're buying a cheap version of the real thing. It's a different thing, but it's definitely a decent thing. The 2 Les Paul copies I have are great guitars. One of them, the P90 Junior copy, I love that guitar. Absolutely love it. And it played fantastic out of the box. I bought it from China Mike, Guitar Skeptic, RIP. So anyway, what I'm driving at is I have not had the same experience with other guitars. Now, frankly, that could be because I have had more Squiers than other guitars. I had a Donner there for a little while. I gave it to somebody, and it was great out of the box. Yeah, if you're going to get a Squier, play it first. That's what I would challenge you to do. Or get a model that has only good reviews or something. I just want to tell the guys who are used to playing great guitars, when you go down and hang around us common folks and play something that we might play, sometimes it's different when you have to stay down here. when you're down here in the on the lower floors where these are the instruments you rely on. They can be good. Mine are okay. Now I have them dialed in. I really love them. That black one I really loved. It's all cheap parts. This one's all cheap parts. They can be good, but yeah, I hope that's helpful to you. Or maybe even if it's not helpful to you, what I would ask you to do is consider that sometimes a guitar that you might, the guys on YouTube or the people that advertise, or people that sell guitars or demo guitars, they might only have their hands on an instrument for a short period of time. It might not be a player for them. They might not get it out to gigs, or they might not record and make music with it. And in this case, because I have played a decent amount of Squiers and I've had very, sketchy results, I want to tell you, not all Squiers are great. That doesn't mean you wouldn't find a great one, but I just want to say that. And I can honestly tell you right now, if I were to buy another affordable guitar, that wouldn't be a parts caster, like with Warmoth parts or something. If I were to buy an affordable guitar, I would very likely get a Squier, because I really dig the way those are looking and sounding and the quality of things I'm hearing. I really love my PRS Silver Sky. It has a fat neck, and so it might not always be my favorite guitar to be playing all the time. But if I were to get a more modern C-type neck, and I was going to get an S-type guitar, a Strat-style guitar, and I wanted to upgrade and have a newer guitar, I would very likely skip Squier from now on. Unless I could go get my hands on it or find a really good used one, or, a buddy had one or something. So anyway, controversial. There's your hot take. Squiers can be good, but they're not all good. Now, that's true of everything, but yeah, I just wanted to have 2 cents there, or the way I did it a couple times in my shorts, blue cents, because clever branding. So anyway, yeah, ask me questions maybe. Maybe you can ask me some questions, or comment below. I'm not trying to do the algorithm thing, but I really would like to be helpful. If somebody's thinking about these guitars, if you want to ask me how I feel about the PRS guitars necks, or compared to these Squiers that I have, or the kind of mods I've done to make a Squier more usable for me, yeah, feel free to ask that. You can ask in the comments or shoot me an email or whatever. But yeah, there you go. YouTube guy, watch out. What am I supposed to say? Peace out, fam, or whatever. Yeah, is that a thing that a YouTube guy says? Take care.